Now, those that have drank the Kool-Aid, whatever, you guys can burn in hell if you want. That's up to you. But for those that want to know the truth, you know that makes no sense. You know it makes no sense to say that they're equal, but one is lower than angels, and one is greater than everybody else. You know, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we're gonna get going.
Can I step in? Hey, don't run away, Uthman. Don't go nowhere now. Don't. Yeah, it's my turn now. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on something you said a little bit earlier and this a little bit too.
All right.
So you mentioned how you don't go to the Bible to show that Jesus is a Muslim, but
I don't.
But you have in many of your videos, and I literally have one. You're with. What? Let me just explain what happened. Okay, you literally said that even the Bible shows that Jesus is a Muslim, and that because he prayed to the Father, and you said that you pray to the same God that Jesus prayed because he prayed to his Father. You said that in the video.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
Let me explain.
I literally have it on my channel.
What I said.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to explain it? Did you ask a question or?
Oh no, I just made a statement. So
okay.
Yeah. So
what's your question?
So if you're saying that you don't go to the Bible to show that Jesus is a Muslim, why did you go to the Bible or in your earlier videos when you talk to other Christians who are not really that knowledgeable and you quote the Bible, how Jesus prayed prostrating, how he said he's doing the will of the Father, to show them that he submitted to God and that he's a Muslim from the Bible?
Are you done with your question?
Yes.
Are you going to interrupt me?
I promise I won't.
Oh, I appreciate that. Okay. If you ask me why do I believe Jesus is a Muslim, it's not based on the Bible. My belief is based on the Quran. As you know, because we've discussed this many a times, I don't believe the Bible is preserved. I don't believe it's the word of God. I don't believe in the Bible. But if you're a Christian and you believe in the Bible, then I will ask you that even according to your scripture, if it shows Jesus praying to God, according to the Bible, the Father, right? If it shows Jesus saying that the Father is greater than I, if it shows Jesus saying it's not my will but yours, then even according to your belief, according to your understanding, if you're Christian, then it shows that Jesus was worshiping a God above, right? But that's not why I believe it. Do you understand the difference there?
Yeah.
I believe it. Let me finish. I believe it because I believe in the Quran. I believe in Islam. I don't believe in the Bible. But if you come to me as a Christian and you say you believe in the Bible, then if I show you something in your book that your belief has, then that doesn't mean that I'm using it for my belief. When he asked me the question to prove to me why do I believe Jesus is a Muslim, I'm not going to quote the Bible. Yeah. Although I would say that you as a Christian should see that in the Bible, Jesus did pray to the God above, right?
Okay. So I understand what you're saying. You're saying that you don't believe that Jesus is a Muslim based off what the Bible says. You believe it because of what the Quran says. I understand your position. My thing is this, is that when you talk to Christians, you're saying that even according to the Bible, Jesus is a Muslim. And you quoted the verses that you quote. Now, here's my question with this, okay? When you quote these verses and you see that Jesus prays to the Father, he submits his will to the Father, he was sent by the Father, he's the Son of the Father, right? My question is this: can you be a Muslim and believe that you are the Son of Allah?
I do not believe that Jesus believed that God was his Father, okay? When I show those verses, I am not saying that I believe that Jesus said that. My point is that if you believe in the Bible, if you do, then you see in your own Bible things that do not make sense from your Trinity. Because if they're co-equal, how can one be calling the other my God and worshiping the other? According to you, I do not believe Jesus called God Father, right? Now, as I said earlier, there maybe a term of endearment was used as the Father, but I would never think that would be literal, right? In the sense, we have a mufti called Sheikh bin Baz, right? We may say Al-Walid, the father, because of his status and knowledge. But none of us would be stupid enough to think he's literally our father. You understand?
Yeah.
So in that sense, could Aramaic have had that context? Maybe. I don't know, and I don't claim to know.
Okay.
But I would agree that biblically, there are people called gods. For example, in the Old Testament, when you see the sons of God, and then God being a judge amongst gods, which I think me and you would both agree don't refer to God as being the all-powerful, right?
Yeah, so I understand. Like
So
again,
those are linguistic, right?
well, it's not. It's
But
not. It's not
I've
just.
never.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So, like I said, I understand completely your position, and I know that you don't believe the words of Jesus in the Bible. My point is right. My point is this, Uthman, is that when you talk to the Christians, you say that even according to the Bible, it shows that Jesus meets the criteria of being a Muslim based on the Bible. Even though you don't believe in it, you're saying that as a Christian, you have, since you believe in these words of Jesus show that he's a Muslim, right? But so my question is, based on these words that Jesus says, is the son of the Father, right? He does the will of the Father. Everything that the Father owns also belongs to him. All these kind of things that he says, right? Can you be a Muslim and believe that you are the son of Allah?
So, as I just said, I do not believe that son and father here would refer to a biological relationship.
We
For
don't
example, let me, okay, good. So, for example, if those terms were used as terms of endearment in the language, I can understand that that could be possible, right? But as a Muslim, we clarify that Allah has no children, right? Now, like I said, in linguistics, at times, I can talk to somebody and say, son, come listen to me. But if somebody comes and says that means you have a biological son in this person or you're physically children, then I would say, no. You don't understand what we mean here, right? Now, when I say that look at the aspects of servitude of Jesus to the God above, right? That doesn't mean that those verses in the verbiage that it is used are going to be used by me for my creedal belief.
Yeah.
Right? Meaning in a sense that if, like for example in the Bible, Jesus did say the Father is greater than I, right?
Yep.
Right? So now, as a Trinitarian, when you say they're equal, but Jesus says the Father is greater than I, for me to point out that doesn't make sense, right? The Bible does say that Jesus became lower than the angels, right?
Well, yeah, but that's not the issue here. The issue is not the deity of Christ. It's about his religion.
That when I point out that even biblical verses go against the Trinity and show Jesus as a servant of the God above. Now, what words are being used?
That's a Trinitarian belief.
The Trinitarian belief is that God and Jesus are not equal
in authority. That the Father, that he submits to the Father's authority. So that's not a issue when it comes to Trinitarian belief, and it's not an issue. It's not relevant to whether when we're asking about what did Jesus believe, and if his belief and his practices followed like under the criteria of being a Muslim, Uthman. Like that's what I'm asking. When you say, let me just say this. Let me say this, please, if I can, please.
Go ahead.
Okay. So when you say, I appreciate it. So when you say that, like maybe it could have been used in a term of endearment, you don't know, right? You're not giving a statement. You don't know. You're saying it could be. So my question is this: like within Islamic theology, was Allah ever a father in any sense, a term of endearment, metaphorically? Was he ever a father?
Once again, if you're talking about Islamic theology, it's based in the Arabic language, right?
Sure. But these words have meaning.
What?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's Arabic, but it has meaning. It has theology.
So again, languages have difference in meanings, right? For example, when in Arabic we say ammu for an uncle, right? You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
How we use that in context will differ. In the Arabic language, in context, father has been used for respect.
But for
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but is the word father in Arabic used for Allah? Oh, sorry.
Let me explain it to you so you can listen. I know you don't want the answer now, so
no. I'm following you. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, as terms of endearment go, the word father, for example, I gave you, even in Arabic context, can be used for even a scholar, right? Meaning al-walid, they would say, right?
Yeah.
Al-walid al-umma. For example, Lut alayhi salam was called the father to the daughters of Lot, not literal fathers, right? We would never utilize that for Allah because of the fact that the shirk that had happened clarified that to us.
Okay.
So in Islamic, in Arabic language, we wouldn't.
Okay.
But put it again, let me finish. In the earlier nations, right, when they didn't have that fear, could they have used an Aramaic term that would be later translated in Koine Greek, which are your original manuscript, right? I can't speak to that. But I can say that in Islam today, we would never call God our Father because of the fact that the shirk that came out.
Okay.
Right? Now, having said that, let me finish, because having said that, I'm not saying Jesus used exact those words in my belief. But as a Christian, if you're saying that Jesus submitted, right, then we would say that if he humbled himself and made a servant, right, then that would not make him God.
I understand
your.
I understand your argument. I understand your argument. It doesn't. So I don't agree with it, but I understand your argument. So, but this is what I'm dealing with. Okay.
I do not agree with that. That's interesting, though, right?
I'll show you. I'll show you in a second. Uthman, let me respond, bro. Uthman, let me respond, please. Because servitude has nothing to do with ontology. That's just to do with role, your status. Like, for example, you serve your. Let me come on, brother. You serve.
I'm listening. I just want to understand.
Okay, yeah. You serve your boss at work. You're under you submit to your boss's authority at work. Yet you guys are both human. So you're equal in nature because you guys are both human. Yet you're great. Your boss is greater than you because he has a higher status than you in the workplace. So having a higher status is not the same as being more valuable or greater ontologically. But I want to not just yet. I wanted to say something to the father thing still, because there's still some things that are not clear that I'm not getting a direct answer on. I feel. So you said that you can refer to like certain scholars or people of I guess high regard with these terms, right? And metaphorically you could do it, right? Linguistically and metaphorically you can do it. Now my question is, see, I know that you don't call Allah Father, but I'm asking, right? But I'm asking, can you identify Allah as a father in a term of respect and endearment, even though you're not using it in a literal sense, but you're using it metaphorically, that he loves you, that he's your caretaker? Can you call Allah a father in that sense?
Look, again, I've made this clear, but maybe you're not getting. So I'm going to try one more time. All right. Let me see if you can get it. Right.
That one's not being answered respectfully.
It is being answered, but maybe you're not listening. But let me try it again. Okay. For example, we say Rabb, Lord, to Allah. Right. Rabb, Lord, can be used for other than Allah. Rabbul Bayt. Right. But that doesn't mean that we consider anybody else like Allah.
I understand. Okay?
So, Ab, as I said, in a linguistic perspective, can be used for somebody out of endearment.
Can it be used for Allah?
We would never, right? Why would we never? Because of the fact that when people used it for shirk, we took that linguistics even and said, no, we don't want to go there.
I know.
You understand?
Yeah. So
Shiek Uthman.
I'm not asking. Please don't interrupt.
In Islam, we would never use the word Ab for Allah.
Okay? Right.
Having said that, I'm discussing it from an Arabic perspective in our context. Now, when we're talking about the Bible, obviously, the Bible was not in Arabic, and you understand the context of the language of Aramaic was different. But what I'm making very explicitly clear today, we would never use the word Ab for Allah.
I know that you would, and I don't want to interrupt. Yeah.
So don't tell me I'm not answering.
Well, no, because that's not my question, Uthman. My question isn't, would you as a Muslim, and my question is not, would you ever use this term for Allah? That's not my question. My question is, can you? I know that you wouldn't, but can you use the word Ab for Allah as a term of endearment?
Are you talking about in Arabic or Aramaic?
Whatever. Yeah, whatever language you speak.
It's not whatever, right?
The word Ab means father.
Listen. The word father has a lot to do with the language you're speaking, right? For example, when you speak to a priest, what do you call him? A Catholic priest.
They refer to him as father, yeah.
Father, not you, all right, but Catholics, right?
Yeah.
In my language, in Pashto, a Catholic priest could never be called father. Okay?
You sure?
Do you understand the difference?
Why? Yeah, why not?
Because in Pashto, that would make absolutely no sense.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I'm telling you, from Pashto, in the language Pashto, to call somebody who's not your biological father cannot be done.
In Pashto, you said your language is?
Pashto, yeah.
I'll check that out, but okay, go ahead.
Check it out, man. Right? So, when you're talking about Aramaic and Arabic, those are two different languages, right? Could Aramaic use it? Could be. But in Arabic, we would not.
Okay, I got you. So,
Now,
you're saying that you don't have a word that I guess can, like the word father in Arabic cannot be used figuratively for Allah, right? You could be used for others maybe, but not for Allah in Islam. So my question is this. My question is this, man. So like when Jesus says that he is the Son of God, that he was sent into the world by God as his one and only son, his unique son, right? Can someone say that and be a Muslim?
So once again, to respond to you, what language did Jesus speak?
He spoke Aramaic, Hebrew, and Greek.
So in Aramaic, could you use that for endearment? I don't know. Right? You don't speak Aramaic and I don't speak Aramaic, to be honest, right?
You're not getting my question.
You're trying to run from my answer.
No, is it okay if I clarify? No, I'm sorry. Is it okay if I clarify?
Do you speak Aramaic?
I don't, but it's okay if I clarify my question.
I don't speak Aramaic either.
Yeah.
So how is endearment used in Aramaic? I don't know.
There's no different word for that type of stuff. No, there's not. They use the word Abba. My brother. They use the word Abba. They use the word Abba in Aramaic. The Jews used it for God, and they meant it as a term of endearment. They're not literal sons of God. They don't believe that. Okay. The word was Abba that's used. So my question isn't because we have the language. We have it in the scriptures. We have their language. We have all of this.
Where did you get that from?
From the Bible.
Can you give me a reference?
From the scripture. From the Bible.
No. The linguistics, you said the Jews used it for other than God or God.
No. I'm saying that they use the word Abba. They called God Abba in Aramaic. That's Father. And so they don't.
That's in the Bible?
They don't. Yeah, oh yeah, Jesus did it too. Yeah.
But Bible's not in Aramaic.
Well, no, it has Aramaic words in it. You didn't know that?
No. But where does Jesus use Aramaic Abba in the Bible?
Mark chapter 14, verse 30, I think 6.
Bring up 14.
Yeah,
Mark what?
Mark 14, verse 36.
Okay. What is the verse?
It's talking about where Jesus prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he went prostrating, and it says what he says. He went prostrating, fell on his face, and said, "Abba, Father, Abba, Patero. If it be possible, let this cup pass from me."
Okay. So now you're saying that this is Aramaic for what?
That's Aramaic for father. That's Aramaic for father.
Is it endearment or literal?
Well, when Jesus is talking,
Abba's not Aramaic.
Don't interrupt me.
Wait, Abba's not Aramaic. Don't lie.
Why are you interrupting me? Abba is Aramaic.
He's lying. Wallah, he's lying.
You're lying.
He's lying.
Don't interrupt me.
Abba is not Aramaic.
Omar, what's happening, Omar?
Abba is Greek.
Omar, you guys let these guys up, and you're letting these dudes interrupt.
Abba
You're letting these dudes interrupt. Omar.
Hold on.
Omar.
Tell him don't interrupt.
Don't interrupt, please. Go ahead. So go ahead. So you're saying, is this literal or figurative?
So what I'm saying is that this is the only word for father. Now, when Jesus says it, obviously
I'm sorry. You said that's the only word in Aramaic for father?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Have you checked that?
Yes.
And if you find other words in Aramaic for father, then
I guess I'm wrong. But from what I've seen, that's the only word for father.
Okay.
So there will be different forms of it depending on how the phrase of the sentence is. Like my father, it might be Abi or Abo or something like that. But Abba is father in Arabic.
Saying that
in Aramaic. I'm sorry.
Literally or figuratively?
Yes. Yes.
So of.
Say that again.
Of in Aramaic.
Of I don't know. I don't know what that is. But so this is where we're getting at.
In Aramaic, there's also of that
for
means
what?
father.
Can you show that?
For father.
Can you show that?
What?
Can you show that?
Yeah. You bring it up on the thing.
The Aramaic term for father is put it on the screen. You can see it. Yeah.
Hold on, let it. So the word is Abba. The Aramaic term for father is Abba. So that's Abba right there, man. But when speaking, but when speaking to someone, hold on, let me read it. Let me read it, if you can, please. The live is freezing up, guys. It literally says Abba on the link. I don't know what happened, guys, but the live is frozen. Like, Uthman, you're frozen. I can't even hear you guys. If you guys can hear me. Guys, the live is lagging big time. It's possible their phone probably died. We'll try to stay here until otherwise. Now, unfortunately, the conversation ended. Uthman's phone died, and therefore the live got distorted and got shut down. So we didn't get to conclude on our discussion, but I thought it was worth me giving a proper conclusion to this. Notice how they were now questioning the word Abba and whether the word Abba, the word that Jesus used for father, is actually Aramaic. And they brought up something that where it related it to the word Av. But let's actually see what the word Av is. So when we go over here to logos.com, and by the way, I encourage everyone to download Logos. It's a beautiful database, a lot of information on there, a lot of scholarly work. The origins of Abba. Watch what it says here. It says, of Aramaic origin, all right, seen in Daniel 5:2, verse 11, 13, and 18. Abba parallels the Hebrew word Av, from where Abba, or father, is derived. So the word Av that they were bringing up, saying, oh, well, this is actually another word for that. This is another word for father in Aramaic. No, it's not Aramaic. It's a Hebrew word. It's not Aramaic. So again, point is that Jesus used the word Abba. Jews used the word Abba. Now, watch this here. Some scholars consider it to be a colloquial term of familiarity that a young child would have used, similar to how American children use Papa or Daddy. Jehoiachim Jeremias, a German Lutheran theologian, held that Abba is a children's word used in everyday talk, and that it expressed the heart of Jesus' relationship with God. Right? He writes, Jesus spoke to God as a child to its father, confidently and securely, and yet at the same time reverently and obediently. So you see here that the term father was a colloquial term used by those who spoke Aramaic, and it's an Aramaic word, not a Hebrew word. The word Av in Hebrew is it's different from Abba. But I want you guys to pay attention to how this went down. Notice Uthman would not answer the question. He kept repeating how we as Muslims would not use the term father for Allah. We can use it for all these other people and yada, yada, yada. We would not use it for Allah. Now, that wasn't my question. My question was, can you as a Muslim refer to Allah as a father, even as a term of endearment, not meaning it literally, but meaning it metaphorically with respect? And he would not answer it. He kept deferring to and sticking his toes down on, we would not do it. He wouldn't answer if can he, because once he said, no, you can't do it as a Muslim, then he would have to admit that according to the Bible, Jesus is not a Muslim, and he's been lying to Christians that he's been talking to for years at his tent. So, unfortunately, we didn't get to finish that conversation, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys take notes, and make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button. Also, hit me in the comments section. Let us know if Uthman did answer the question and What question would you have asked Uthman if you were able to have this conversation with him? Or what was the best parts to you? I want to see all your thoughts in the comment section. Peace.